Can you just tell us what your visit was like here today and what your main objective was in coming to visit Schott Optical?
Well, I wanted to see firsthand, the good company and great jobs that we have right here in northeastern Pennsylvania at Schott Glass. The manufacturing jobs, high-tech, highly skilled jobs that exist here, but most of all, I want to see what I can do to make sure that companies like Schott Glass stay here in northeastern Pennsylvania and remain competitive, because they are competing in a global market. So we need to make sure that we're doing things in Washington that will give Schott Glass and other manufacturing companies an edge here, so that they stay and they can continue to employ the folks they do and hire more people.
Now, what would some of the things you would look at be in terms of legislation?
Well, right off the top of initially, as soon as I walked through the facility, I saw the high cost of energy. Energy is a big part of what their costs are. So we need to have a better energy policy to lower the cost of energy, so that Schott can stay competitive. The United States has the highest corporate taxes in the world. We just passed Japan. So to make sure that companies like this, that they don't leave, and they're competing with China and India and other countries like that, we need to lower the corporate tax rates to keep them competitive. And we've got to loosen up some of the regulations that handcuff companies like Schott Glass. So between the high taxes, the over-regulation, and the high costs of energy, we are putting companies like Schott at a disadvantage. The advantage that they do have here is the highly skilled workers that we have here, and they can't find that anywhere else in the world. So we need to do our part to make sure that Schott stays competitive, and we keep these good jobs right here in northeastern PA.
Absolutely, great. Your name is?
Dr. Heather Rail.
Okay, and your position here at Schott?
Vice President and General Manager for the North American Advanced Optics business.
Okay, now what can you tell us today about the visit by state and federal legislators, and how did it help you express your message for your company about global competitiveness?
Well, one of the main messages that we wanted to communicate is that we are a high-tech employer in northeastern Pennsylvania. We've been here 42 years. We're proud to be here, but we really do need the support of our local, state, and federal elected officials to help make sure we're competitive in a very competitive global marketplace. Some of the key issues that we talked about included workforce development. We have a very dedicated workforce. Many of them have worked here 30 or 40 years. But those people are going to retire at some point, and we need support with training programs to make sure we have future employees with the right skill sets, math skills, computer skills, that we can bring them in and help us continue to grow here in Duryea.
Any other key messages or key points?
The other big issue we talked about was the rising cost of energy and raw materials, particularly some rare earth type materials, which have been in the press lately because China controls 97% of the current world supply. Our pricing in the last 2 years on some of those materials have been 1,000% increased. So you can imagine how difficult it is to stay competitive. And what they're trying to do is get people to go build the plants in China and make their glass there and not here in northeastern Pennsylvania. We don't think that's particularly fair, those trade practices. And we communicated that we really need support to make sure there are domestic supplies of those materials, because they go into many high-tech, defense-related, government-related products. And it really does put us at risk if we have to go to a foreign country to access those materials.
Sure. All right. That's